Old murk-eye goes free to play today, and I'll be very honest with you, this build I came up with here is excellent for early PvP. I don't know how it'll do in higher ranks, however, I will tell you it can excel if you play this correctly. Now, what I really love about this build is that you don't need any talents whatsoever. And since we have dragon towers for a couple more days, I'll be very honest with you, it is pretty tricky to run the spam a lot build when it comes to murk-eye. So I've come up with this build right here, which consists of Quillboar and Raptors. These are your mainstay units that you're going to be using a lot. You also got your Stone Hoof Tauren, or the Tauren Warrior like I like to call him. He is extremely important for getting rid of those pesky, very pesky casters and just tanking in general and doing some nice damage to the enemy base. You also have your Defias Bandits, your Safe Pilots, and my favorite spell in the game, Polymorph. Now, Polymorph overall can be replaced with probably Blizzard or Execute depending on your playstyle. I just think Polymorph is hilarious to use, turning people into sheep and watch them take a lot of damage. Now, as you can see, my enemy there tried his best to defend against the onslaught I sent after him. Now, I know the chests are up, but I'm sending the Tauren Warrior down the middle, and I'm probably going to use my safe pile. Not 100% sure here, but we're going to summon murk-eye because you know what? We could use some range. If I had done my safe pile, it may not have gone off. Now I popped the Quillboar there to simply distract Tyrion Fortune because I don't want him to come and heal units. That takes forever to get rid of them. We also placed the Tauren Warrior on the right-hand side. Now, the Murlocs may die, may not die, but the Tauren Warrior getting a charge off on the enemy base is actually really good. We're going to drop our safe pilot right in the left-hand corner, sorry. The enemy dropped his as well, and he's probably going to clear out that contingent I had going down there, but we're doing some nice damage to the enemy base, which is working out in our favor. Also note that the Cobalt is mining. Now my enemy is actually struggling for resources right now. I need to make sure and cap this off. I pulled aggro with all of them with my Quillboar, which is very important. Pulling aggro with this build is what keeps it alive because everything is super squishy, and with those Murlocs on the bridge, we immediately destroy them and collect all the resources as possible. Those Defias Bandits turn around and collect the chest right there, and it's looking like we may be able to end this game up. We have a contingent coming from the left and right hand side. Tyrion Forging right there isn't going to be able to do anything against that little squad. They're getting blasted by fire, but look at it. The damage they're duking out gives us the GG, and I feel very confident in this build for free to play. So if you do try it out, let me know in the comment section what you really think about it. So we're dropping here in another game, and we're going up against Baron Rivendare. Now Baron Rivendare is probably the most overpowered build in the game currently, next to Sylvanas of course, but I haven't really tried out Sylvanas because I don't have her as a leader. We have Baron Rivendare stuck at the bottom there. We also have Harpies coming out. I'm dropping my safe pilot. Hopefully the Harpies come in range, and they don't. That actually sucks. That's not what I wanted, but I did drop murk-eye. So we do have some Tide Hunters coming, and we're able to clear out that sky. Now we don't really have to worry about too much. That undead skeleton there, however, is coming down, and I placed on my Cobalt accidentally. I should have placed on a Defias Rogues first. He did use a spell, and interesting, he has the whelp eggs, but he doesn't have the explosive fire eggs, so I don't really have to worry too much. But it's going to be a little interesting to see. We're getting some damage off on his main base. It's not game over. It's not one-sided yet. This game could go either way. My Quillboar is doing a fantastic job just distracting. I'm going to summon another Quillboar. Hopefully we're able to get that second chest before they come there. No, I think they're in range to contest it, so we really can't do much. However, the mining node on the left-hand side has a lot of resources. Now they're coming in with a mass contingent. We do have Polymorph, we have Tauren Warrior, and we have murk-eye. I'm going to summon everything in a complete order, summoning murk-eye on that side to keep him alive, going with the Polymorph on Baron Rivendare, and now you can see murk-eye instantly got rid of the enemy safe pilot he dropped on the bottom left-hand side, coming in with my safe pilot right here, and she eliminates the enemies. Perfect timing, getting rid of that entire squad. That actually makes me feel very strong right there. And I think right now it may have shifted just a little bit in my favor. And this is the power of this build. It's fantastic for early PvP, getting rid of those dragons. Now, Whelp Eggs, in my opinion, is a top tier unit once you can get the right talents for it. I don't have it yet, so you don't really see me use it too much. Now, my Defias Bandit should be able to... Oh no, the Raptor goes back just to get that little chest. Thank you so much for doing that. And let's see what's going on. Ooh, we got the two safe pilots blasting each other, and somehow the enemy safe pilot comes out on top. Those Defias Rogues stunning Baron Rivendare and allowing my safe pilot to do damage, and they do eliminate her. And you can see me summoning a mass contingent of Murlocs, and murk-eye himself just destroys the enemy, no problem. Dropping the Quillboar on the right-hand side. Hopefully it pulls aggro. Wonderful right there. And murk-eye is getting attacked. The Tauren Warrior does not save him. That kind of sucks right there. So I'm going to drop my safe pilot. The tower on the left-hand side did blaze the backhand side of my units, but that's okay. We're doing so much damage. This may be GG GG right here. And again, we're going off another victory right here. 2 in a row. It's working out so wonderfully. Oh boy, this is going to be a very interesting matchup right here. We're going up against Sylvanas. It's the first Sylvanas I'm facing with this build. And as I've said before, Sylvanas and Baron Riven, they're 2 top tier units. Sylvanas is probably the best overall in PvP right now because her damage comes with mass AoE as she shoots through targets. But that's not what makes her deadly. If you have the talent for her, when she dies, she now summons herself into a Banshee form and takes over any enemy unit nearby. That can be super frustrating to have to deal with. Now, thankfully, my units are right now clearing out all of hers. She does have Abomination as part of her kit. I'm thinking I'm going to summon Safe Pilot in the top right-hand corner and go for Polymorph right after. Oh no, he summoned his Safe Pilot, so they're going to eliminate my units right there. I was planning on using my Polymorph right after, but since he used a Safe Pilot, it wiped out so many of my Murlocs, it really didn't matter. So let me see how we're going to contend with this. Thankfully, my Murloc is collecting resources for us. So we still have Polymorph available to us. We can use it for the tower, but the Tauren Warrior does a fantastic job eliminating him out. Now we summon the Raptors and the Defias Rogues in the middle, which will allow us to collect the chest, and Cobalt should be uncontested. Oh no, never mind. He used, I think it was Chain Lightning to eliminate that whole group under there. My Raptor's not going to get the second chest, but they did a fantastic job. I'm summoning the Quillboard there, and it was accidental because it was meant to be on the bottom half of the bridge, but that's totally fine. Murk-eye right there doing a fantastic job running it down, and they're about to get eliminated by the enemy Safe Pilot. We did do some nice damage to these nuts, or Dezus is basically the enemy's name. I'm mixing that up. That's okay. We do have my Quillboar who's getting countered right now by the enemy's Abomination. That is a massive mining node. Watch that. That is 3 gold straight in there. But I'm going to summon my Kobold when he comes back up in my next rotation, probably on the left-hand side, because I can't really secure the right-hand side as he keeps summoning units down that path. The Tauren Warrior secures us that chest, and nobody's really going to be able to contest him from what I see from the enemy units. Those Defias Rogues, obviously very interesting to deal with, and we immediately get out the nice secondary chest. Now, I could go for that tower. I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to pull aggro, and we're not going to get the tower because he used Chain Lightning again, which actually wrecked my Murk-eye. But we do have a nice middle contingent coming out, which makes me very happy. I don't think those Raptors are going to take it because the Quillboar got destroyed. We're going to use Polymorph right here on the Abomination and Sylvanas. And as you can see, he's going to take more damage, getting rid of him. And this, again, is why I love Polymorph as a spell. Now, the enemy Sylvanas does still take the tower, but we don't have to worry about an Abomination, which is one of the enemy tanks that is super tanky and pulling out my range. We do have these Defias Rogues. If we're lucky, now, okay, so he got that tower. There's nothing I can really do to defend that, so I'm saving resources. I'm going to probably use Murk-eye, then go with the Tauren Warrior, and then summon Quillboar maybe. Oh no, he does summon an enemy Abomination, which is something interesting. Now, the good thing is Sylvanas is gone, which means I don't have to worry about that pesky... Oh no, he summoned another Sylvanas. Okay, so I still have to worry about that. We do have a contingent going up there on the bridge. At least we can apply pressure. I need to be able to survive this. If I can't survive this right now, there is no way I'll be able to end the game. He can end it right here if he keeps spawning units. We're going to use Polymorph, allow the tower to destroy them as fast as possible. We do have the Defias Rogues. I just realized I don't know how to get that enemy Safe Pilot out there, but that's fine. We do have the chest spawning, and we have some damage going off of the enemy base right there. The Quillboar gets us the chest. All we have to do is deal with the enemy Safe Pilot, so I'm just going to summon mine right here, and boom, clearing out those enemies right there. The Quillboar is doing a fantastic job. We're going to back him up right here with Raptors going straight down the middle. The enemy summoned a Griffin Rider. How interesting. That can actually clear everything I have there. If we're lucky, we'll be able to get it still. Yes, we do. That actually makes me feel really good. The enemy has less resources right now. Summoning units out as much as possible. We're going to summon the Safe Pilot. We're summoning everything. We're just ready to send in a contingent to pressure the enemy because we're about even in health right now, and it's not looking too great if he pushes again like how he did before. Because remember, he still have that tower right there. I do have such a mass contingent, and he just used all his resources on that Abomination. I may get lucky here and come out victorious. Use Polymorph. As I said, that last contingent I have going down there is my end-all be-all. So I think we should more than be able to do this right now, summoning the Safe Pilot, and we do turn this around in our favor. That was a mass back and forth between the two teams, and we were able to actually beat Sylvanas, which was fantastic. Now we're going in this round right here versus Hogger. Hogger, again, is my favorite mini leader currently in the game. Murk-eye is my second. It's just hilarious to see what you really like overall in the compositions. Not the most overpowered, just the most fun. I forgot to change the arrow in time, Poor murk-eye, he's gonna go out there and get eliminated. That's totally fine. He's a sacrifice right now. That's basically what's happening. We do have our Tauren warrior going against Hogger, and that's a lot of raptors the enemy just summoned. I think he summoned the full 3 sets of the raptors. They're gonna head down to that tower, but they will not be able to take it pure for the same mass AoE. Unless, however, he does summon a Quillboar to pull aggro, but he doesn't have it, so there they go, burning away raptor fried chicken. That sounds delicious in my opinion. Now the enemy has some Tidehunters and a safe pilot coming there to eliminate my Kobold. That sucks. So we're going to drop a Quillboar of our own up there while we had summoned murk-eye. So we're summoning another contingent and we got all the chests. Our safe pilots coming in here, going to eliminate the enemy squadrons that were there. And now we basically have control of the board. Now the enemy doesn't seem to have any spells, so we don't really have to worry too much. We may come out victorious here in a second if we completely pressure the enemy into submission here. That Hogger AoE is such a fantastic thing, and we do eliminate that squad. We do, however, have a nice amount of damage going to be coming out here. The enemy has a Pyromancer. I was not expecting that as he did not summon that earlier on, but that's okay. He's at half health or a little less than half health, and we do have the Tauren warrior going down middle. He does not have to worry about that at all. The Harpies, however, are a different story. We do get +2 for that chest, summoning our safe pilot, and it should be able to eliminate all of them out there. The Raptor survived because those Tidehunters eliminated him, but that's okay. As you can see here, a mass contingent again, and this is the power of murk-eye. You want to keep pressuring all lanes. Do not just pump all your units down one lane. It will destroy you, and that is one of the biggest tips for murk-eye. We may be able to end it off here, so we're summoning the safe pilot right there. Those rogues are doing a fantastic job, but they're about to die there. They cannot face Hogger and come out victorious. One swing of his Hamhawk comes out, GG, and here it goes. We're coming in for the victory. Look at the enemy health. It's dropping, ticking away. Oh man, we are so close to getting that victory right there, but we're collecting these chests. The enemy used their safe pilots, and now they have no defense and no resources to really counter with. So let's see. We're just going to summon units and summon our safe pilot in the top right-hand corner, knowing that our enemy does not really have units, and we're contesting that chest so he can't just straight out capture it. And boom, one more laser beam comes out, and GG. And this is the free-to-play murk-eye build. Hope you enjoy it, and let me know what build you'd like me to try out next time.